Welcome back to another episode of BurlyFishing, guys. Today I am excited to do one of many upgrades to the Hobie Pro Angler 12 that we have here. We're going to be stepping this baby up for the spring season, and I have some massive upgrades to install. So today's one of many. I'll show you what that is in a second, but if this is your first time stopping by the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you guys can see when we post more videos. You're definitely going to want to see what these upgrades are, especially if you own a kayak or if you're looking into getting a kayak. And actually, some of these upgrades will actually work on other fishing boats too, motorized and paddle or pedal alike. So there's a lot of options here. Today, specifically what we're looking at is the Berley Pro, BurlyFishing, Berley Pro, the Berley Pro Side Bro. So this is the jig side, and then this one is the tool side. So we're gonna be checking these babies out. I'm gonna get them installed, show you guys like the whole install setup on the seat, and then we're also gonna look at what they can do when, being utilized on the water. So we're gonna fill them up with accessories, and then hopefully I can get some on the water footage either today or tomorrow. I'll just cut it in. You guys will think it's today, no big deal. Also, do you like my khaki on khaki? Just you never have enough khaki, am I right? So let's get after this thing, huh? All right, let's install. First step, take your instructions, throw them away. Get the instructions back out because you don't know what's going on. Okay, okay. All right, guys, we are all installed. We're gonna check this out live with some gear in it in a second, but this is the Side Bro with the tool. And then on the other side over here, we have our jig bucket edition. So we have all these slots to hold jigs and different sort of baits. And the nice thing about the Hobie is we got this amount of space right here. So there's enough room that if something's hanging down, like a jerk bait or something, I'm not worried about it just flipping over the edge. I've also got my Groove launch pads here that can catch some stuff too. So we got plenty of extra storage on board. Well, let's throw some gear in this and see what that looks like. Nope. Yeah. Okay, so this is what your Side Bro might look like when it's loaded down with some gear. Now granted, this is a jig bucket, really meant for jigs. I mean, it can work for anything. So we have some jerk baits here. You could throw some cranks on it. I could throw my chatter baits, anything with a hook, obviously, can hang from these. I think we got 10 slots there that you could hold some stuff on. And then you can throw in your smaller tackle containers. So this is that Bass Mafia ice box. This is what I would consider a pretty small tackle box compared to like a 3600. You're looking at like pretty sizable difference there. That said, these 3600 boxes don't fit. Okay, but I think some of these slimmer, cheaper boxes would. This would fit standing up. So if you're cool with that being basically right on your armrest there, cool, that's fine. I think what I'm gonna do is I usually just have like, this is my finesse setup box. I've got another small box that goes with like some tiny crankbaits, or another one I use sometimes for Ned rigs. So I might just keep those in these. On the other side, we're gonna take a look at the standard Side Bro with the tool. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, so on this side, we've got the Side Bro with the multi-tool container. What I like about this is it does come with a few different options. So we actually have a bungee. So if you guys are using like your fish slipper and you want to tuck that in here, you can install a bungee, which you can route through here. I will say the instructions for this were absolutely horrendous. I would look up a video to see how to lace this thing up. And also, you're going to get a pretty frayed bungee to start. But this type of shock cord is pretty cheap. You can always get more, not that big a deal. You can always burn the ends, get it as small as you can, and run it through these little tiny holes that you see here. The mapping of that on the paper instructions that came with this thing were absolutely god awful though. So again, look up a video if you want to do that. Again, you can install like those plastic fish lippers in here, would be great. I typically use this kind of a lipper that will fit, and it'll stay in there just fine, but as you can see, it sticks out quite a ways. So most likely what I'll do is I'll just keep mine back here like I've had it forever, and I always have it leashed up to this little holder on the Hobie. So it's in a good spot where it doesn't get in my way for anything. What I will use this for are these, right? So my Bubba blades, my standard pliers, and it fits in there perfectly. It's totally out of the way. It's flush with the seat. It's not gonna bother me, and I'm able to actually leash it up here. All right, so when I need them, I can pull them out. Can use them on anything. I mean, all the way to the front of the boat, so no issues there. That's awesome. I've been looking for a place to keep these. I hate keeping them on my life jacket, so this is a great spot, and they're not really going anywhere. If they were to move a lot, or if you had slimmer gear, Berley Pro includes this little spacer. So this spacer would actually slide right in here, and it's going to, I don't think it'll work for mine, but if you had like slimmer pliers like these, and you had them in here, right, they're just gonna fall out like that. It's not gonna work. What you can do is throw this spacer in, and it'll likely help them stay in a little better. You'll also notice though, you do have the option for a super skinny tool right here. Boom. So that actually works perfect. So if you do have pliers more like this size, you can just slide them in there. They still come out pretty easily for any use you have for them. So yeah, and then you've got your utility bucket over here. You can use this for spent plastics, extra baits that you're not fishing with anymore, or really small containers. So I'm not really worried about this falling out. I would likely just keep the one small container over there though in the Jig Bro, and this one would be where I toss like my extra baits. But I also do have the Hobie bucket that sits right here typically, so I could throw some extra baits in there as well. But you know, just good to have some extra storage on board. All right guys, so that's it for today's video. We're talking about the Berley Pro Side Bro. I got the pair. They're 49 bucks a piece, which is a little bit pricey. If you get the pair, you get a little bit of a discount, and it's 89 bucks. So you end up with one of the Jig Bros like we had on the other side, and then the standard Side Bro with this Vantage tool set. I do like this a lot. Great utility option for your boat if you're looking for some extra storage, if you're looking for a place to hang some extra baits, if you want quick access to things and you want better positioning for like your tools, like the pliers here, this might be a good solution for you. Again, at 89 bucks compared to other storage options like on the Hobie H-rail options, we have those buckets, the mini bin, those are like 45 bucks. I mean, it's relatively right on point with the pricing of other options out there. If you guys are looking for something like this, I encourage you to check it out. Again, Berley Pro Side Bro. You do have different options with that too, different ways to customize it. Put the Jig Bro on this side and vice versa. You can set it up however you want. So go check that out. I'll have a link below in the description. And as always, if you guys liked the video, smash that like button, hit subscribe, ring that notification bell. Check us out on Instagram at BurlyFishing, Facebook.com/BurlyFishing, or our podcast, the BurlyFishing Podcast. And we'll see you guys all out on the water.